Is doing well tonight. I see Laredo had a rough week. All right, how's everybody doing? I'm doing okay. I could be better. I'm a little stressed out about a few things, but I'm doing good. There's progress being made all the way around, so I think we're good to go. Let me see if this thing gets started. It looks like we're in good shape. Okay, good. Glad to see that. All right, so how's everybody doing? Let me know in the chat, and I would love to hear from you. Welcome out to our classroom. If you've never been here with us live before, we meet Fridays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Although the schedule over the next few weeks is going to be a little wonky, it's going to be on and off still. While I'm still getting the new studio ready, we're running a little behind schedule, but sorry, my allergies got me, but I'll just have to get over it. But we'll get there. All right, let's take a look here at say hello to some people. Hello to Real Winslet Fan, a.k.a. Andy, trying to arrange my latest composition for string quartet tonight. It's not going well. Man, of course the allergies are right on time today. Bernadine's here. How you doing, Bernadine? Glad to have you with us. We got the bird once again. We got Terry Hannon. How you doing? I believe it's your first time here, Terry, so everybody welcome Terry out. We got Cheryl Fay here again, once again. Good evening, Tim and fellow students. Good evening, Cheryl. We got the Bird 101. Don't forget to like the videos tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll get started here in just a second in case anybody is just joining us here. We got Lynn here. How you doing, Lynn? Glad to have you back with us again. We got Laredo. Unfortunately, his dad has passed away. Sorry to hear that as well. All right. See what else we got. Hey to Jacob. Welcome, Jacob. I believe it's your first time, so welcome out. All right, and let's see here. Barbara. Jacob again. Doing good. How are you, man? Like I said, I'm a little stressed out. I'm doing okay, though. I'll survive. Adorable Bunny says hello. Hi, and glad I'm here. Welcome out. Glad to have you with us. Christabel, welcome out. It looks like we have quite a few new students out here, so welcome, everybody. So happy you could join us. Again, we meet Fridays, Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, let's take a look here. The bird, no problem if you've been busy, everybody. Actually, we didn't even have, darn allergies, we didn't even have the live stream last week, so don't worry about it. Like I said, for the next couple weeks, it's going to be iffy. I'm pretty sure we're having one next week. The week after, I'm not sure, but I'll fill you guys in on that a little bit later. All right, it looks like we got plenty of people here. We're ready to begin. Let me just get one more thing ready here, and we'll be ready to go. I need to check the streams more often, says Christabel. I agree. All right, let me get the Facebook stream started, and it should take like a second, and then we'll get ready. We'll be ready to go. So just give me a second here. Welcome, students, to our class piano lessons on the web. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Like our page if you're on Facebook, because we got new lessons coming out all the time, and you don't want to miss a beat. Today, we are talking about how to improve your rhythm as a piano player, something I find a lot of students kind of forget about. So just give me another second here, because my nose is going. That's weird, is I didn't have allergies all day. It's down in this basement. We need to rectify that, but I'm working on it. Before we begin, I want to say, Laredo says, thank you for the love, support, and reassurances. Tim and fellow students means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm sure your dad is in a better place now, and I'm really sorry to hear that. And I know that you'll find peace with your family in this time. So sorry to hear about that. I can certainly relate. All right, Christabel says this live stream screamed, you need me. All right, so here, we're going to get started here. Finally ready to go almost. And then we'll go from there. One common mistake I find students make all the time, I come across it, is that the student, and I used to do this as well, is the student will spend all their time on getting the correct notes in a piece, but they kind of fudge the rhythm. You know, the rhythm is either like by the memory of what they think the piece should sound like, or they're just kind of making it up as they go along altogether. They're not really counting, not being precise. Well, today I'm going to give you some very helpful and powerful tips on improving your rhythm so everything sounds nice and snappy and nice and musical. All right, the first thing I have to tell you is okay, hold on. The first thing I have to tell you is start thinking about rhythm more rather than just having it as an afterthought. So you want to, like you go through with and learn the notes of a piece. So say I'm learning Moonlight Sonata, and I spend weeks and weeks. Oh, this isn't the right instrument. There we go. Weeks and weeks and weeks getting the notes down. But, you know, maybe I don't have the correct rhythm, maybe I'm speeding up my tempo, it's all over the place. So one thing I have to tell you is to actually spend time going through counting out the rhythms of these. So, you know, if this is in half time, this would be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and that way you're going to have more of a consistent rhythm. Now, obviously, when you're counting along, you can still speed up and slow down. You're going to use the metronome, which we'll talk about here in a minute, to really clean things up. But really go through, spend the time to not only figure out the notes of a piece, but the actual rhythms as well. And a lot of times I find students, they see a difficult rhythm and they're like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to move on. Don't do that. Spend your time on your rhythms. All right. Okay, tip number 2 on improving your rhythms is take the time to learn both time signatures you are less familiar with or not familiar with at all, and rhythms that you're not as familiar with. So if you've never played triplets before, spend the time to learn what a triplet is before you begin to play a piece. If you've never played 16th notes before, go through, spend some time practicing 16th notes, getting the hang of them. You don't want to be, again, you know, just blindly going through your music saying like, okay, that looks difficult, so I'm just going to kind of fudge it. I'm just going to kind of make it up on the spot. Well, 99.9% of the time, you're going to get it wrong, and you don't want to do that. I'm telling you, if you get your rhythms nice and precise, your song is really going to click together. It's really going to sound nice and musical. So not only not only work through the rhythms in the music you're playing, but also be educating yourself constantly on how to count each of these rhythm patterns. You can't really do much, you know, learning this piece if I don't know how to play this, you know, dotted 8th, 16th rhythm that comes up here. But because I know how to play it already, and I can fit it in with that triplet, it just makes it easier to play when I am playing it in the context of a piece, rather than, again, making the whole thing a guessing game. Rhythm isn't about guessing, folks. Remember, for it to really be a rhythm, you have to be hitting a certain note at a certain time, not just like all over the place. Now, in music, you can have rubato and you can have different things where you have a little bit more liberty with the tempo, but a lot of times you want to be nice and precise. So look at, always be looking up new rhythm patterns and things to learn. Okay, so give me a second here, everybody. I need to get this next thing up here. All right. We're almost there. Loading application, it says. Here we go. Okay, and the next tip I have for you kind of links to tip number 1, and that is to actually chart out your rhythm. Not only just spend the time learning the rhythms in the piece and then, trying to play them, but especially in areas where the rhythm is very difficult, charting out your rhythm. And I'm going to show you what I mean. You are literally going to get a pen out. If you have it electronically, you can get a piece of software to kind of mark things on your sheet music, and then like so. Or you can print it out old school and mark it up that way. So say I'm in this measure right here. I am going to literally chart out the rhythm in this measure. So we have, we're in cut time. So there's 2 beats. Again, you have to understand what cut time is to really understand it. So beat 1 is going to hit here. You want to first chart out maybe where the 1 and the ands are. Let me do them up here. So 1, that's really right there. And then and. So each of these groups of triplet is half of a beat. 1 and 2 right here is going to hit right there. And then and. So you can start out with that, just grabbing the upbeats and the downbeats, the downbeats being the numbers, upbeats being the ands there. You can actually also write in, if you need to, the other notes. So we have triplets here. So I'm going to write out 1 triplet, 2, and triplet. I'm not going to write out all these because I think you get the idea. 2 triplet and triplet. Now what I'm going to do is this is going to be, you're going to have and triplet and then like a note right after that. So I got to make sure that I'm hitting that G sharp right after. So I've actually marked out pretty well where all of these notes hit, so I know that I'm hitting them in the exact time. So 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet. So you got that note that kind of sneaks in there. And if you notice, it all lines up because rhythms should line up horizontally. You see how they have this G sharp here and the G sharp down there and how they stack vertically? I don't know if I said vertically or horizontally. They stack vertically, and that tells you that they're hitting at the same time. So as you can see that this last note here is all by its lonesome after this one. So therefore, the beat will fall, or the note will fall right after that last triplet, so you make sure that you get the right notes. So go through your music, especially in the difficult sections. I recommend, especially if you're just starting out, getting used to rhythm, charting it out. Not everywhere. I mean, if you just have straight quarter notes, you probably don't need to do that. But if you have something a little bit more complicated, please, please, please actually write out your rhythms. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, we're going to get on to the next thing here. Just give me a second, everybody. Okay, the next tip I have for you is to actually clap through or just go through your music and just play the rhythm. So again, going back to the Moonlight Sonata, so we're going to take this first measure here, even though it's kind of oversimplifying it. So instead of playing it with each individual note here, or on the piano, each pitch, what you should do is say I'm just going to take this top line here, and I'm just going to play out the rhythm on a single note. 2, or 1, and 2, and that just kind of helps me get the rhythm started, to kind of just isolate the rhythm and play that. Another thing I recommend you do is you can also clap the rhythm. Like I said, that helps isolate just the rhythm rather than having to worry about the pitches and the rhythm. Like I said, rhythm should be its own thing. Obviously, once you get really good, you can learn both the rhythm and the notes at the same time. But when you're first starting to get used to rhythm, treat it like it's its own important thing, just like you did reading the notes. Now go through with the rhythms, carefully look at them, count them, and even clap them out if you need to, or just play them on a single note on the piano, just so you get used to that. You want to make that like a daily practice of doing it, going through each music, passage of music, especially if they are more difficult. I highly recommend you do that. Okay, clapping exercises. Let me look here for a second, everybody. Okay, and what you can do is you can go to Google, type in rhythm exercises, and just scroll down pretty much anywhere. I mean, DanielAberge.com. Let's see what he has. Beat exercises. And you can, click on one of these. Okay, so it's kind of telling you what each of these is, and then you can scroll down, and there are exercises. There are many, many, many websites like this. And this is, again, a great way to isolate just counting out your rhythm. So they'll give you exercises on a single note. You can either clap these or play these. So if you need extra practice going through just practicing your rhythms, you can just type in, rhythm practice in your favorite search engine. And you should see a lot of things coming up for you to be able to practice your rhythm. All right, I'm going to say hello to some people here in a minute, but I'm going to keep going for now. We have a few more points to cover. Okay, another tip I have for you. You may have seen this coming from the beginning, but that is to practice your pieces with a metronome. What is a metronome? Well, a metronome is a device, or you can actually literally type in metronome into Google. It's a device or app these days that will keep the beat for you. So what you do is you will press play. Let me make sure I got one thing straight here so that the sound is not coming through. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what a metronome does is it will provide a series of clicks and beats so you can keep your beat in a piece. So let me turn up the volume here, and hopefully you can hear that. See how it's making a click, like a thud kind of, at regular intervals? Well, that gives me each beat. So if I applied that to something like, well, first of all, that'd be way too fast for Moonlight Sonata. But that helps you keep a really even beat. Let me turn this down. By the way, the BPM stands for beats per minute. So if you wanted to beat once exactly every second, you would turn it to 60, 2, 3, 4. At least it should be a second. All right, let me bring up our piece here, and I'll show you what I mean. So here we go. Now we have the beat. Now, it takes a lot of getting used to play it with the metronome. But what this is going to do, and I still have it set a little fast, is that it's going to count out each of the beats. So remember, in the cut time, there's 2 beats here. So I have to hit right on the beat when they happen. So here we go. Actually, I'm playing it more like it's in 4/4. Just to kind of illustrate a point. So each of these triplets is going to hit right along with the beat. I was just starting out playing in cut time, I would do that because it makes it real easy. However, if you wanted to do it the real way, because the second triplet of each of these sets of triplets is really half of a beat, so I'd really have to play it twice as fast. You know, because it's cut time, it goes twice as fast. But anyway, the whole point of the metronome, let me turn this off because it gets mightily annoying, mighty quick when you're not playing along with it. But anyway, the point of the metronome is to keep along with your beat, so you have something externally from you giving the beat each time. And one thing, quick thing I recommend when you first start playing with the metronome is to turn on the metronome, really listen to it for 1, 2, maybe even count out the rhythm in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Really feel it in your body, and that will help you immensely when you start playing with the metronome. It takes practice to get used to it. You're going to get really frustrated at it first if you're anything like me. I still get frustrated with the metronome sometimes, but it's something we're just going to have to deal with. But highly, highly recommend you chart out your rhythms, write out your rhythms, learn any rhythms you don't know, and then go through and practice them with a metronome to make sure they are right on time. Because like I'm saying, if your rhythms are sloppy, you're going to be able to tell the difference if you suddenly play them really meticulous on point. It's really going to make the music sound a lot better, trust me. So please, 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 I plead with you, if you get anything out of this lesson, anything at all, the tip really is to spend time thinking more about rhythm rather than treating it like an afterthought. All right, everybody, let me blow my nose real quick. And I'll be right back to talk to some people, answer some questions, give some announcements. It'll take just a second. So, be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's say hi to some people in the chat. Then we'll do something a little different. All right. No, I won't be using the metronome, says Andy. Well, sorry to hear about that. We got Avi back here, everybody, not Ave. How you doing, Avi? It's been a while. So glad you could come back and join us here in our classroom. Jim Carter's here. I believe you've been here before, Jim. So happy to see you. Glad to have you with us today. It's been a while since I last joined, says Avi. Yep, it has been, but glad to have you back with us. All right. Rowan's a fan. I don't know. The line broke and the monkey got choked up. Okay, I missed whatever that was. I have rhythm practice app on the iPad/iPhone. What is it called, Andy? Rowan's a fan says metronome on my FP90 has a mode where it'll count out in Japanese. That's awesome. Ich, ni, san. I forget what 4 is. I know ich, ni, san. That's probably about it. Summer Chan is here, everybody. Another long-standing student. Welcome out, Summer Chan. So happy you could join us today. So happy you could be here to join us. Brenda, welcome out, Brenda. A lot of returning students today. Actually, a lot of new ones too. So thank you for coming out, everybody. Ivan's here. Ivan forever. Hi. Yeah, hello, Ivan. Glad to have you with us. Okay, hold on, everybody. Okay, let me bring something up here. Okay, students, if you like the lessons I have over here on the channel, you're really, really going to love the lessons I have over on my website. Sorry about that. Hold on. Hello, students. There's something I really want to tell you about. If you like the lessons over here on the YouTube channel, you're finding them valuable, and you want an iron grip on those beginner topics, or say you've been a beginner for a while and you're looking to take things to that next level, well, I highly, highly recommend you check out the courses over on my website, pianolessonsontheweb.com. I especially want to tell you right now because there's a fall sale going on. Discounts on all courses and course packs. This ends September 22nd. So you don't want to wait around, because if you're anything like me, you're going to forget about it and you're going to be kicking yourself for it. So what my online courses can offer you, you can learn the fundamentals of piano and build your skills to learn the songs that you've always wanted to play. I find a lot of students, they've wanted to play either because they've been inspired by somebody else, or they always have these songs that they learned in their, they learned about in their childhood, or along the way that they've always really wanted to learn, that means a lot to them. Well, this will help you get the skills to do that and much more. You're going to get all the skills you need to become a well-rounded musician. Things like piano, music theory, improvisation, rhythm, ear training, and more. This is no gimmicks. Also, this is real instruction, same as with the YouTube channel. I don't like using fancy numbering systems or gimmicky shortcuts that fail to deliver. This is all about real instruction, the same type of instruction that I got through taking private lessons for many, many years, going to Westchester School of Music and learning along the way. So this is the same stuff that was given to me, offered for you. You're going to learn, practice, and master each topic with instructional videos, notes, worksheets, and sheet music. So unlike just the channel, where you just get a video and there's not really a whole lot of follow-up to make sure you have an iron grip on that particular topic, this is different. It offers you an instructional video, or videos rather, there's a lot of videos, but also provides you with supporting material so you can really, really get a good understanding on what you're learning in the course. Of course, you can learn at your own pace because this is an online program and there's no expirations date. Hold on, everybody. Okay, sorry about that. Allergies got me again. Okay, and of course you can learn at your own pace because this is an online program. All the courses come with lifetime access. There's no expiration dates that you have to worry about. So say if you get really busy for a time and then you want to come back to learning later, you can completely do that. It's totally up to you. Alright, courses are compatible with PC, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android, so you can take them on your favorite device along with you. Okay, if you head over to my buy course or the browse courses page, you can see that I have a ton of courses to offer. You can see that there's a ton of piano courses, music theory courses, also composition in there as well, rhythm, ear training, and then all that stuff I mentioned in the beginning to really give you a well-rounded piano education. Another thing I want to mention is obviously you have the fall sale going on right now, so there's discounts on all courses and course packs. You can purchase courses individually, or you can purchase them in course packs to get a deal. So you can see here that the beginners pack's $29.99. Normally a single course is $29.99. So here you get 4 courses for that price. So it's a very, very good deal, especially with the sale going on right now. And then of course also the all course access, which is the best deal even without the discount, is now discounted to $199. So you can get everything on the site literally hundreds of hours of content. Depends on how fast you learn, but you can see there's a ton of courses listed there for you. I also want to quickly mention that there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you really have nothing to use. If it's lose, it's not. If you find out that it's not for you, just email me, and then I'll set you up with a refund right away. So I really want to tell you about this because, again, if you like what you see over here on the channel, you're getting a lot of value out of it. You're going to get a ton of value over on my courses, pianolessonsontheweb.com. You won't be disappointed, and you're going to love it. So go there today and enroll in some courses. Sorry, everybody. Allergies got me real stuffed up. And, of course, they've been waiting all day until now, but just hold on. Okay, Real Windsor fan says the name of the app. Hold on, the name of the app is Read Rhythm. Barbara says, when my piano teacher introduced me to mechanical metronome, I could not express my confusion. Yep, totally been there. I was to count when it was on the left or the right, or when it passed in the middle. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess it's whenever the click is, so I think it would be passing over the middle. Hey, Fuddy Duddy is here from cold Bangor, Maine, which is probably hot Bangor, Maine, this week. There's only a few more weeks I can still make that joke, because it will actually get cold once again pretty soon. Barbara says, Tim, I suggested to another live stream piano teacher, Steve Mascotti, that he ask you how to adjust his camera. His screen is backwards, so the low notes on his keyboard are on the right. Whoa. That's weird. That's really weird. That's a problem. I think. I spent a lot of time getting this set up correctly, as many of you remember. That it still has flaws. Every once in a while, I'll still have to get everything sorted out. But yeah, I've done a lot of figuring out for sure. All right, anybody have any questions about what we talked about tonight? Remember, pianolessonsontheweb.com if you're looking to learn a lot more about piano and music. Let me walk you through what we're talking about on Sunday, because we are having a live stream on Sunday. I want to walk you guys through. So if you go to the pianolessonsontheweb.com and you click on the community tab, first of all, if you sign up for this forum, you're going to get an email reminder 30 minutes before we meet. This is more reliable than YouTube. I mean, it's as reliable as I am, which is 99% of the time. I think I've only forgotten to send it once, but anyway, you'll get an email reminder. That's like if you want to join us on a regular basis, become more of a integral part of our community, I definitely recommend you do that. But anyway, as you scroll down, you can see that tonight we were talking about how to improve your rhythm, and then Sunday's lesson is common left hand chord patterns. And then I don't have anything blocked out for the rest of the month. Now, there are going to be live streams for the rest of the month. Right now, they just have the placeholder community Q&A. And if you're new here, I guess I should explain why. If you have been attending for a while, you already know why. We're moving into a new studio. So I bought a house about a month ago. It's been a little over a month. I need to still be patient about getting in there because I'm almost done the painting. But anyway, there's been a lot of work that needs to be done to get ready to move in. I'm almost there. I think really what I need to do still is I need to finish like one or two painting things up. I think I can finish that up by the end of this week. And then I need to get somebody in there to professionally clean the carpets. Hopefully that'll take, I don't know how quickly they can get in there, but hopefully that'll take another week. And then hopefully I can move in the week after. So The lessons between now and then are going to be iffy because I really don't know, where I'm going to be a certain week. There's going to be a week, obviously, somewhere in the middle where we're going to have to take off because I'm going to have to move all of this equipment over there, and then I'm going to have to reset it up. And while in theory everything should be configured the same, there's always going to be some kind of problem. It's technology. So there's always something weird that will happen. So we'll probably take off a week somewhere in the middle there, so I have time to move. But not only move, like get situated, get everything set up right, things like that. So just letting you know, because I usually have the month scheduled out for these topics. If you've been wondering why I'm not doing that as of late, that's why. It's just because I really don't know where I'm going to be one week to the next. And then once I move, we'll be back on really, really regular with the streams. I've been trying my best. We've been doing pretty good overall. But just I want to fill you in on what's going on because communication is very important. I find that in business, friendships, everything, people are a lot more understanding when you fill them in. And you should, according to Gary Vaynerchuk anyway, who is somebody I follow and have a lot of respect for, you should over communicate really to people that mean something to you. So they know what's happening. You know what I mean? All right, let's get back to the chat here. I just wanted to remind you guys, fill you in where things are. Let's take a look here. Real Lenza fan is doing a rhythm. Okay. Chant with that monkey thing. I see. I see. So you're doing a thing where you're probably singing up words to a rhythm. The bird says, I was trying to learn a song a while ago, but I kind of gave up because of the rhythm. Do you think I should try it again? Yeah, if you can go through and chart out your rhythms and you understand how to play them, first of all, go through the list that I gave you tonight, apply those to the piece, see if you can work through it, and actually get out, like I said in the lesson, actually get out and chart out your rhythms. Here's beat one. Here's the second half of beat one. Here's the other half, or maybe even chart out each individual note. But if it's in a time signature or it has notes you're not familiar with, go through and learn about those rhythms, so then you can apply it to your piece. But yeah, try it again. Can't hurt. All right. Any other questions about tonight? Otherwise, we'll probably adjourn and then meet on Sunday again. Like I said, guys, I'm really excited about getting moved into the new studio. It's going to be a better work environment. And there's also, like I mentioned before, some new lesson series I want to experiment with, but I got to wait for that. One thing I gotta work on as a person as I'm getting a little bit older now. I'm not old at all, but one thing I got to work on is being more patient. So I just got to be patient because when the time's right, and then we'll be in the new place. All right. Doesn't look like there's many other questions. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an outro. So when I piece the video together, it makes sense, and we'll go from there. But let me blow my nose one more time. Okay, back again. If you want to learn more about counting rhythms, I highly recommend you check out some of the other lessons on the channel. I'll make sure to put a playlist for rhythms somewhere close by. And make sure to subscribe because we got more lessons coming out all the time. and I don't want you to miss a beat. So anyway, thanks everybody for coming out. This has been your teacher, Tim, from Piano Lessons on the Web. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Okay, remember students, go to pianolessonsontheweb.com to check out the courses over on my website. It's a great way to take your skills to that next level and also help support the channel and myself all at once. So remember, pianolessonsontheweb.com. All right, everybody, we're almost there. Okay, so I'm just going to give like a little link here for you guys if you're interested in my courses. You can follow the link there, and that will help get you there, or just type in pianolessonsontheweb.com. All right, let me say hi to, or bye to some people. Funny Day says cold at night. Good night, Tim and fellow students. I appreciate the love as always. God bless. You're very welcome, Laredo. You know, again, prayers be with you, and you know, peace with you at this really difficult time. I really know what it's like. I've had a number of deaths in my family over the last year. It's just really, it's really beating me to hell. Like I'm doing okay, but it really sucks. So. But anyway, enough about me. I hope that you find peace, which I know you will. But I know how difficult it can be. And thanks for sticking in there. Coming out tonight. I really appreciate your studentship, I guess you could say, and everybody else. I really appreciate all of you guys as well. Like I say all this time, if it wasn't for you and your interest in my lessons and learning piano, I would have stopped doing these a long time ago. So a big part of the reason we're here tonight is not only because of the work I've done, but really what motivates me to do that is your viewership or your studentship, is that a word? Anyway, you being involved with the channel really makes everything worthwhile, so I really thank you all for that. I know you guys really appreciate it, and it means the world to me, so I want to take the time always to thank you guys for that. Let's see. Fight says, computer problems, ask Kim Commando. She is online under her name on YouTube. All right, well, keep that in mind. I can generally figure out 99% of computer things. Actually, 100%. It's just that they always happen, like, right when the live stream's going on. So sometimes I just, and it takes time to fix. And then Barbara says, by screen backwards, I mean like a mirror. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought, where the right side's on the left side's on the right. Yeah, that could be a huge problem, unfortunately. All right, everybody, thanks for coming out. I had a lot of fun tonight, and yeah, I'll see you on Sunday for our next lesson. Have a great night.